Okay. Alright, let's continue on with the game. I'm not gonna do voices this time. I'm gonna read them as normal. Krill and Gratia were having a pleasant conversation until you barged in. That sounds so mean. Oh, there you are. Feeling refreshed, I hope. I was about to make my way to the studio as it happens. I wanted to try and speak to the scholar with Scholar Monteshane and thank him for coming to our rescue in the Rustra. As it turns out, he'd come here to see us following the hearing, only to find that we'd departed for Thavnair. Knowing him, he was probably hoping to chew the cud with his former students. Chew the cud. Since we're still waiting for Stola and the others, I thought now the perfect time to pay him a visit. Care to join me? Then it's settled. The twins will be coming too, assuming Alphino can tear himself away from his new toys. I'll let you rally the troops while I go on ahead to Phenomenon. Considering my recent impropriety, perhaps I should avoid showing my face around the stadium for a time. That might be for the best. If the others should return, tell them we will not be long. Ah, Spirit Ranger's logged out. No, wait, the studio. I tried to get this Stream Elements thing to work. It's not working so far. I don't know. I'm gonna have to really look into this, like actually looking through their wait, I thought she said studio. I guess we're supposed to meet her outside the annex first or something. I mean, you know. There's a certain kind of hilarity there. Oh! Alphino's trying it out. The scholar himself was here? In that case, oh man, what happened to my voice? In that case, what are we waiting for? I too am eager to see him, though I somewhat dread the thought of visiting the stadium. I dare say when notoriety precedes us. Alphino of all people worrying over his reputation, and at our alma mater no less. Well, one just never sees. You'll understand soon enough. Off we go. This voice is a little weird today. Don't know why. Did I wake up with this? The studium. Stadium? Here it is, Phenomenon. While I expect you made a note of it before, one can hardly miss it. This is the first time you've been here on official business, correct? While most of the space is taken up by the expensive auditoriums, it also houses numerous laboratories, testing grounds for experimental magics, and a host of administrative offices, and so forth. At the center of what would later become a stadium, it was established to promote the study and etherological phenomena, hence the name. Though with ether being a fundamental aspect of nature, its scope expanded to include every conceivable facet of life and even the universe itself. And then in the 432nd year of 6th Astral Era, phenomena was decreed complete and the studium officially opened as a place of learning. With a long and storied history, it is without question the world's leading authority in etherology. Etherology? It's so hard to actually pronounce all these. The arcane, the occult, astromancy, and countless other fields, standing proud as Ralayan's foremost educational institute. You always did enjoy giving the grand tour to new students. Indeed, I've long since lost track of how many times he has recited that same foppish speech. Such is his undying love for his old stamping ground. He was in top form back then, youngest to enter the studium, graduated with highest honors in magical arts and etherology, undisputed champion of the debating chamber. Hold on, you both joined the studium at the same age, yes? And from where I stand, you're equally prodigious scholars. Nice of you to say, but Alphino actually entered half a year before me, nor did I do well enough to graduate with honors, and I am certainly not the studium's most notorious master debater. In all respects, have I ever been in his shadow? Oh, in all respects, have I ever been in his shadow? If nothing else, just remember that this was where the legend of Alphino Levadur began. We should expect everyone to be fully aware of our recent escapades. Hopefully, we'll be somewhat more welcome here than we were at last stand. I know better than anyone the adoration and student body has for Alphino, and with a bit of luck, it might work to our advantage. Well, there's no time like the present. First things first, let's look for Scholark Monteshan. Other faculty tend to frequent their offices, but unfortunately for us, he's fond of wandering wheresoever his whims take him. Let's split up and ask the students if they've seen him. Okay, so we need to find Scholark Monteshan. That was Alphino Levelure, wasn't it? The Alphino Levelure. And he's with and he's with his sister and Master Baldicion's granddaughter. This can only mean one thing. An event of epoch-shattering proportions is fast approaching. Spread the word! Oh, sorry. You said you're looking for the Scholark, yes? Knowing him, he could be anywhere. But Miss Aliapo should have a better idea. Aliapo. Glass? Oh, okay, there it is. Okay, Aliapo. Are you lost? Wandering off the street, perhaps? Wait, don't tell me. You're a trainee gleaner fresh off the guild ship. I'm right, aren't I? Oh, how silly of me. And orientation is in order? Allow me to bid you a warm welcome to Searcher's Meet. Let's start with a question. What is the most important thing you'll find in the studium? That's right, books. And what's the second most important? Why, that's simple. Everything else. What? That's what we deal in with that's what we deal in here at Searcher's Meet. Whenever the students or tutors find themselves in need of equipment or materials, they come to us. If we don't have it in our stores, we send the gleaners off to find it. Honestly, you won't believe some of the requests we get. Eye of Paisa this, tongue of Gigantoid that. It's enough to make your hair stand on end, which is possibly what some of our students are trying to accomplish. This being a school of magic and all. As our newest gleaner, you'll have your work cut out for you, but I think you'll find it quite rewarding. Gleaning is information of the Scholar's grandpa. Many miscellaneous knickknacks might time, but I'm no gleaner. Right, that's more fitting with my character to go to go more straightforward like this rather than go all like sarcastic. So what you're telling me is you're not a gleaner? Yes, that's exactly what you said, isn't it? And you're looking for Scholark? I'm afraid we don't have any of those stock. I'm afraid we don't have any of those in stock, but I can. Oh, you mean him? Alright. He was here, but now he's not. I did speak with him shortly before you arrived, though. He said he was on his way to the Maker's Meet. His way to Maker's Meet. Go back the way you came in, and you'll see it on the opposite side of the entrance. It's a laboratory of sorts, home to many rare and expensive curios, not to mention an alarmingly frequent accidents. If you lose your way, just follow the blood-curdling scream. And the time it's taken me to tell you all this, the scholar has probably already left. Best of luck finding him. I have a feeling you'll need it. Okay. I'm going back out to the laboratory. This is where the scholar is supposed to be. But he's not here anymore, of course. Yes, the scholar was here a short while ago. He offered me advice on my current research project. Though we spoke at length, I don't recall him mentioning where he was planning to go next. When we parted ways, he went down the corridor. Perhaps to one of the auditoriums. Of course he did. Of course he went to one of the harder, isn't it? There he is. On to Shane. Finally found you. Oh. I remember you. I pray we have not caught you at an inopportune moment. We wanted to offer our thanks for your kind words in the forum. I wonder if I should change the dialogue to English, but I don't have to read these voice parts. Well, I could hardly let that inquisition go unchallenged. I've always believed that curiosity should be nurtured, not stifled. Thankfully, a majority of my colleagues agreed. A slender majority, but a majority nonetheless. Had the vote not gone our way, we would be having a very different conversation, if any at all. Though I'd like to think you would not have given up on our cause. I'm told you paid a visit to the annex afterwards. Yes, that's right. I was hoping to speak with the grandchildren of my dearly departed friends, Galuf and Luiswa, in a less dour settings, but it seems I just miss you. Still can't believe how much you've grown. If only your grandsires could have seen the way you presented yourselves at the forum. Why, it fair brought a tear down to my own eye. You must have the patience of a saint putting up with this lot and their antics. Never mind Matoya's prize student. Luckily, I know a thing or two about managing unruly younglings. If you ever need advice, don't hesitate to ask. He winked. If I may, there is a rather more pressing matter we wish to discuss. What can you tell us of this duty that the forum must fulfill? Nothing, I'm afraid. Like all humble servants of the forum, I am sworn to secrecy. Understandable. Or rather, I couldn't tell you if I tried. What? Our duty is of the gravest importance. Furthermore, if the particulars were made public, it would incite widespread panic. As such, those entrusted with this duty have been bound by an enchantment which prevents us from speaking of such matters without the express permission of the forum. How is that even possible? It has been some time since I last gave a lecture. Please, take a seat. I guess we're listening to a lecture now. We shall begin by reviewing the fundamentals of etherology. The ether, which imbues with life, can be categorized into three forms. Two are those of the incorporeal sort, the soul and the memory. Can anyone tell me the third? Corporeal ether. Magic will probably be the right question. Yes, very good. Wow, I was right. This is the form with which the layman is most familiar. Consumed by even the simplest of daily activities and replenished by the food and drink that sustain us, this form of ether is in constant flux. In contrast, the ether that comprises the soul is rarely subject to dramatic change. The same can be said for memory, as the two are intrinsically linked. Not emotions. Picture the soul as a paper, and memories as words written upon it. Welcome to the Hydrea. Now, what would happen if the paper was doused with ink the same time as ether, as comprises the memories? I mean, it makes ink splotches. Ah, it would blot out everything that was written. Precisely. We will be unable to recall the memories, and any activities that depend upon them will be hindered as well. In fact, this exact phenomenon was observed on a vast scale not so long ago, and what might that have been? The seventh Umbral Calamity. The people of Eorzea vividly recall Bahamut breaking free of the lesser moon and raining hellfire down upon the realm. But no one could remember the events that followed immediately afterwards. Indeed, to this day we have yet to determine whether it was an unintended consequence or a deliberate act. Deliberate. Pronunciation. The enchantment which binds me and the rest of the forum is based on a similar principle, and yes, it is a contravention of the Charleyan prohibition against the practice of memory manipulation. Only when a new member is inducted and told of our great duty are they subjected to the process. A necessary evil, you have my word that it would never be used to manipulate the populace. I should hope not, but can this enchantment be dispelled and your memories restored? If 9/10 of our member give their approval, then the process may be reversed. Then, and only then, will we be able to speak freely to others of our sacred duty. Barring that, we must wait until we return to the ethereal sea. For there we will be purified, the blots upon our souls washed clean. And our memories drift apart and dissolve, rather defeating the purpose, I suppose. Wait, what? Really? So if you go to the ethereal sea, you'll remember for a bit and then the memories disappear. But there are those memories that are indelibly etched upon our souls, some believe. What happens after that? We are reduced to pure ether, coalesce with that of others and create souls anew. Alternative schools of thought assert soul, remain whole, and return to the corporeal world, reborn into another form. Both theories have their proponents. Personally, I consider each equally probable. the 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 mouth agape thing. It's just so weird. Well, I think that's enough education for today. Now that I've given you some food for thought, or rather an entire banquet. I would remind you that although I'm unable to resist you with certain matters, the resource at my disposal may still be of use to you. I'll arrange for you all to be given the run of Phenomenon. Of course, as associate to our alumni and students of Baldesion, this privilege is extended to you as well, my friend. Oh, and I suggest you speak with Kay Aliapo. She's well known among the artisans of Shalian, and her network of contacts may prove useful in your search for knowledge. I wish you all the best in your pursuits, wheresoever they may take you. The old person laugh. Hold on a second. There you go. Run of the Phenomena. If you are game, Kia Alipo would put your artisanry to good use. Okay. Well, that's given me much to mull over. I feel as though we're one step closer to understanding the forum's true motives and the mysteries of life itself, for good measure. It's funny, I came here with the intent of expressing my gratitude, only to leave more indebted than before. I have a feeling this friendship and support will be a great boon to us in days to come. And on that note, let's head back to the annex. Perhaps on the way, you could better acquaint yourself with Ki Aliapo, as Skolak suggested, while I share our findings with Raha. We need to meet with Kia Aliapo? Not exactly, I guess. What? Huh? Oh, I'm gonna try to see her for a bit. See why is it locked? Why is the not yet available? Disciples of the land or hand? So I need to be level 80, say, because I'm a weaver. I need to be a level 80 weaver before we can move on. Not what I meant to do. I just remembered. Nope. So I got a bunch of new gears from the first dungeon. But apparently my item is still the best. Still better than any of the gears that I got. That is interesting. Oh, right. Another thing I wanted to do was this. Iderium War Scythe. Iderium Visor of Maiming. Gaja Skin Boots of Maiming. Elegant Solaris of Maiming. One says Elegant Handgear Coffer. Okay. Acquire level 50 IL 110 weapon type determined by current job or class at time of opening. Cannot be opened in instance areas such as dungeon, PvP areas, or raids. So with that stuff I just unlocked, what do we get? Nothing new! I already have the best of the best. Oh god. Yeah, so we need to go to the annex. You know what? I'm gonna try something. What about as a dancer? No. What about as a dark knight? Ooh, nice. I actually got it as a dark knight. Let me see that. Nope. I'm still wearing the best. Even weapon wise. But if anything, I want to mend my my dark knight items. There you go. My hat. Welcome back. From what I hear, your trip to the stadium proved most educational. While you were away, I received word. While you were away, I received word from our fellow scions. My God, my pronunciation today is so bad. As expected, news of the warding scales was met with much joy. Preparations are now underway to bring the leadership of the Grand Company of Eorzea and the Eastern Alliance together to determine the way forward. Our friends have asked that we bring the scales in our possession to Limsa Lominsa. Limsa. So I guess we're going to Limsa next or something. Go. Sorry, I was doing something off screen. So the time has come for us to go on the offensive. It's too early to say for certain, but does seem to be the way the winds are blowing. I, for one, can think of no reason to oppose such a plan. But let's see what awaits us in Vilbrand. Let's start by getting the scales out of storage. Give me a hand, would you, Estinian? Okay. Estinian. Phew, I didn't realize these crates were so heavy. I shouldn't complain though. Vertra and the alchemists of the great work put their heart and soul into each and every one of these scales, so you must treat them with the utmost care. Are you not coming with us? As much as I would like to escape the forum's watchful gaze, I've little choice but to stay behind. We're already on thin ice, and if I, in my capacity as our official representative, were found to be consorting with foreign powers, well, you can imagine how that would go. I shall remain here and do my utmost to avoid ruffling any more feathers as I await word from Master Matoya and our other allies. With luck, we'll soon have good news of our own to share. The tide is about to turn. I can feel it. To Limsa Lominsa! To Limsa Lominsa. 1034? So expensive. Why? Why is it so expensive? I'm trying to see my trackers. It's like it can see my smile from time to time, but not by much. Kind of funny. Let's go! We sprint to see Merlweb. Ah, I was told to expect you. As you may or may not be aware, the Admiral is at present entertaining the elder seats here and the Sultana. Three of the most powerful women in the world in one room. Do you need a moment to prepare, or shall I show it to them? Proceed to the command room. My apologies for calling you away from Charlene at such short notice. On the contrary, we are honored and grateful, and pleasantly surprised to be joined by such esteemed company. It was only right that this discussion be conducted in person. We are locked away in a war of attrition. Our forces struggle to contain the threat posed by the towers, and it is only a matter of time before we are overwhelmed. Victory will only be claimed through decisive action, and we have taken the initiative to set the wheels in motion. It is reassuring to learn we are all in accord. But might I ask what your plan entails? It hinges entirely on the warding skills and our ability to utilize the potential to the fullest. During your time in Charleon, the allied nations have been engaged on separate fronts and with no end in sight. To make matters worse, a surge in abductions of kobolds, Sahagin, Ixal, and Ananta have given rise to an increasing number of primals as well. But your triumph at Razarhan has given us cause to hope once more. The time has come to free ourselves of this menace, and it is you, the scions of the Seventh Dawn, who have shown us the way. While the bulk of our forces will continue to hold the Telephora at bay, we will dispatch our finest to strike at the enemy's heart. Garlemald. These brave few will be the Ilsabar contingent. We're going to Garlemald. To think such progress has been made in so short a span. Sorry if you heard that. I apologize. Its objectives are twofold. First is to provide aid to the people of Garlemald. As previously reported, countless Imperial soldiers and civilians have been tempered, robbed of their free will. They serve the Telephoroids every whim without question. They too are victims. It is our duty to deliver them from their suffering, not for strategic or political gain, but because it is the right thing to do. I do not ask that we set aside decades of conflicts and conquest, that we simply choose to forgive and forget. I ask only that in choosing to remember, we do not also forsake our compassion and morality, for without that, there can be no reconciliation, only death without end. Aye, on that we can all agree. Our second objective is the Colossal Tower that Thancred and Urianger observed in the capital. Though its purpose remains unclear, there's reason to believe the smaller spires are merely a precursor of what's yet to come. Until the Tower of Zot was toppled, we'd failed to make any headway. Though the same could be said for of the Telephoroi, they're certainly in no rush to press further into our lands. I'd wager the Spire's primary purpose is to divide us and keep us occupied, while they work towards our annihilation. This would appear to be substantiated by Stola's analysis of the Tower's influence on ethereal currents. Based on our observation inside the Tower of Zot, the Spires siphoned aether from the land, consuming it to maintain their farm. However, they draw forth far more than it is required for this task alone. The excess of aether remains unaccounted for, but we can be sure it is not being harnessed for our benefit. It wouldn't surprise me in the least if it was being redirected toward the largest spire in the capital. There's a logic in that. Regardless, once we have uncovered the truth, we'll bring their schemes crashing down, along with their infernal towers. That's all well and good, but what would you have us do? I assume it's more than handing over the scales and being on our way. We want you and your scales to join the Ilsabard contingent. Consider it an official request from both the Grand Company of Erzia and the Eastern Alliance. Do you accept? Perhaps you should be the one to answer that. For the people of Garlemald. For honor and glory. I like that. For the people of Garlemald. That's funny as heck. Couldn't have put it better myself. Ishtola, Thancred, and Urianger have already pledged their support and are on their way to meet the rest of the contingent. They were positive you would come to the same decision as they did. Luckily for all involved, their prediction was correct. Once you have delivered the warning skills to Alamigo, the contingent will embark on its journey to Ilsabard. Raban and Lord Aymeric are overseeing preparations, so I suggest you make yourselves known upon arrival. Pack warm clothing, furs and the like. Without it, the cold will do you in before the Telephoroids so much as draw steel. As for us, we'll keep the enemy busy while you're gone. They're not the only ones who can create a diversion. Now go, safe in the knowledge of Erzia will be as you left it, or better upon your return. Let's go! Garlemald. Man, we're just traveling far away here, going from one point to another, like using 1,000 gil at every point. That's kind of painful. Wait, it's over there. The Wanderers return. You've been busy bringing out a tower and producing keys to destroying the rest of them. You should be proud. Those warding skills of yours are what's made this whole venture possible. Will you and Lord Aymeric be leading the contingent? Regrettably, no. Our role is to organize the various delegations into a cohesive unit. Once we have seen you all off, it's back to our respective posts. We dare not neglect our duties for too long lest our defensive efforts fall into disarray. And just between us, there was a fair amount of opposition to the formation of the Ilsabard contingent. The very suggestion that we send out some of our finest troops behind enemy lines to render aid unto the Garleans has made me rather unpopular in certain quarters. And please them all. Sadly not, though I do my best. Truth be told, I'd much rather be at your side, charging into the fray. Alas, I have battles of my own to fight. Where words may serve me better than any blade. I hate to say it, but Lord Aymeric's struggles mirror my own. For the time being, the best we can offer you is a peace of mind from knowing Eorzea is in safe hands. As you fight the good fight in Ilsabard, and the other commanders will do what we can to convince the naysayers that our cause is just. Thank you, both of you. We meet again. Gaius! Word of your exploits travels quickly. From what I gather, the protective talismans you obtained led to the formation of this expeditionary force. My contribution on this occasion is but a minor one, that being the information I have shared with Maxima. For the sake of the people of Garlemald, may the fates be on your side. So you're not coming with us? Strange. I thought you'd have a stake in this. I do. The Telephoroi have laid waste to my homeland and enslaved my people. But though every mote of my being cries for vengeance, I cannot be the one to deliver it. My presence alone would place the entire mission in jeopardy. I stand accused of murdering Emperor Varys and plunging Garlemald into chaos. Were I to travel to the Ilsenburg contingent, it would give me... Were I to travel with the Ilsenburg contingent, it would give my countrymen ample cause to question our motives. Conversely, those who believe me innocent may instead celebrate the return of a former legatus and attempt to raise me to a position of leadership, further destabilizing the region and complicating the contingent's mission. Whether I am branded a villain or hailed as a hero, I would only hinder your efforts. That's too sassy. Too sassy. For what it is worth, you have my gratitude. You and your comrades have the strength and courage to deliver my countrymen. I am certain of it. In light of Gaius' rather unique circumstances, I instead will assume the role of your guide. Though I may have defected for political reasons, my love for Garlemald endures. I would stop at nothing to protect her and her people. Well said. Might I ask you to escort our friends inside? Didn't he just say that? You might even bump into an old acquaintance or two, and if I don't see you again ere you depart, may the Fury guide and protect you. All of you. Yay! We're moving forward. Huh? Other members of the Ilsenburg contingent are gathered in the royal palace. I shall inform them of your arrival, so please make your way inside as soon as you're ready. I'm always ready, buddy. The remaining members of the Scions. Your friends and most of the Ilsenburg contingent await you within. Would you like to see me through? Would you like me to see you through? Would you like to see me through? What the hell's going on in my head? Oh God. Also my voice. I'm all lost and I don't know why. By the 12th. Wow, that's a lot of people. I didn't expect that. Oh my God. Glad you could join us. I hope you don't mind, but we went ahead and started without you. As you can imagine, our traveling companions were eager to become acquainted. It's a rare thing indeed to see such a diverse and talented group of individuals assembled for a single purpose. We fight not only for the sake of Eorzea, but for the entire world, including the people of Garlemald. Much rides on the efforts of the Ilsenburg contingent. Indeed, which is why I'm glad to find myself in the company of many trusted comrades, yourselves included. Lucia! She's back! Awesome. Lucia? Is that how they pronounce her name? I have come on the behest of Lord Emmerich, who has honored me with the role of Ishgard's representative. For the good of all nations, not least my former homeland, I am determined to see this mission through to its end. We have a hard road ahead of us, but walk it we shall, together. We too welcome this opportunity to work together once more. I have faith that, if there is a way to resolve this conflict, we will find it. Allow me to introduce you to the rest of our company. Everyone, if I may have your attention. Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Might I ask you to speak first? Arun Sena? I must. I am Arun Sena, spokesman of the Gridanian delegation, here on behalf of my esteemed sister, the Elder Sitsi. We shall provide support and protection to those in need during our time in Garlemald. Maybe if we do some side quests, we would have met him much earlier. To that end, I am joined by the healers selected by the Conjurers Guild, with the Order of the Twin Adders finally serving as our escort. Escort! Suppose I better say my piece. Wait, I know you! The name's Sakard, in case you've forgotten. Truth be told, I read you had forgotten. Sakard! And he wrote, the Admiral asked Captain Hilfer to send his best, and for whatever reason, he picked me. Of course, if I refuse, I'd be left and stuck with the bloody executioners, and my reputation's taken enough of Keel Holland as it is. But more importantly, like any pirate worth his salt, I know when you're staring down a storm, you've got to trust in the commander of your ship. So if the Admiral wants us to go to Garlemald, not for plunder and glory, but the promise of peace in our time, then that's what we'll do. Sakard! Since we all know how much the Empire loves its steel, we thought we'd bring along a few smiths to make the most of it. Give them a pile of scrap and they'll cobble together anything you fancy. Of course, just like the Gridanians, we've got fighters of our own. We might have come with a more constructive purpose in mind, but we're more than capable of cracking skulls, believe you and me. Well, you're certainly ready to go. But then again, so are we. Lise followed? The most dependable warriors of Ul'dah and Alamigo have assembled at the Sultana and General Aldien's behest. So cute. If Garlemald was truly fallen, then the whole place is likely to be crawling with Telephoroi. We'll need plenty of troops to clear and hold path for others to follow. That's where we come in. Naturally, Marshal Tarupin and I will be leading from the front. It has been some time since I last saw you in your element on the battlefield. From what I've heard, you've become pretty fearsome yourself, Master Matoya, the avatar of destruction. They've been talking to her. With comrades like these, I know we'll succeed, no matter what awaits us. And then, we might finally get a chance to enjoy the good long rest. But until then, let's give it our all. As for Ishgard, we Temple Knights have come in force to uphold our nation's commitment to the peace and welfare of our allies. The bitter cold of Garlemald is a formidable enemy in and of itself. Our experience fighting in ice and snow will prove invaluable in the days ahead. Accordingly, I've been designated commander of the Ilsebar contingent. I will do all in my power to provide you with the leadership and guidance you require. The four high houses, the House Helernate, House Helernate foremost among them, have arranged for a host of machinists to join us on our mission. Machinists? Their knowledge of Imperial Magitech is surely to be a great boon. They will address any problems of a technical nature, together with the smiths of Limsa Laminsa. There is another awaiting introduction. Yay! Lord Emanelaine! Yes, Emanelaine de Fortemps at your service. One of the Fortemps kids. I think this is the spoiled one. Though, lest there be misunderstanding, I should stress that I've not become a fearsome warrior while you were away. Rather far from it. Actually, my brother, in his infinite wisdom, decided this would be an excellent chance to make something of myself. Go away to fight for world peace. And all that. But should the opportunity arise for a sport of ballroom dancing, I will be a twinkle-toed gentleman of light. Oh, what a dumbass. Oh, alright, I'll be sassy with this one. Huzzah! I cannot wait to regale on a ride with my tales of daring do. I believe that concludes introductions for the Grand Company of Eorzea. Our allies from the Eastern Alliance were due to arrive some time ago, but it would appear they have been delayed. Would that be the shinobi of Doma? Actually, they've been tasked with relaying messages back and forth between the various eastern nations. According to Lord Hien, however, an equally capable company of warriors have been sent in their stead. Oh, there you are. Out of my way, you preening fool. Oh my god. Oh god. It's the Dravanians. Wait, not Dravanians. I forgot. What was the name? The Dragonborns. The Auras. Forgive us for becoming late. We are the delegates of the Eastern Alliance. Serena. And you brought company. Is Serena not part of a warrior? That's crazy. For battle and blood we come, and as the steppe is sorely lacking in both. No towers befall our lands, so we march on those of Doma, only to find them beyond our reach. But now our thirst for slaughter will be slaked. No quarter to the enemy. Sadu Katun, no. We got to make peace with the Iron Man, not war. Warriors of the steppe, we have heard many tales of your bravery. We welcome you as allies. And these other ones you have brought are the other side. Members of the Dalmascan resistance group, Lente's Tears. Oh, Lente's Tears. And the Bosjan resistance. Hey, Bosjan resistance. Between them, they have a wealth of experience in espionage and are particularly adept at infiltrating imperial facilities, which is fortuitous since Garlemald's domain is so vast that I could never hope to handle reconnaissance duties all by myself. Almasca, Bosja, Alamigo, all lands which have suffered the tyranny of the Empire. I would never presume to question their motives. Nevertheless, I must reiterate that our goal is to aid the victims of the Telephoroi, the common folk of Garlemald. And they are victims, make no mistake, though I understand that many may struggle to see them as such. You're more right than you know. For every one of us that answered the call, there were a dozen that refused. Not only in Alamigo, but everywhere we went. And who could blame them? The Empire's always been the enemy. But after seeing what we've seen, fighting and working against and with Garleans, there's no denying the simple truth. They're just people, no different from you or I. They've got their share of liars and murderers, but so do we. So do we all. Ordola, who once swore herself to Garlemald, has proven herself a trusted ally time and time again. Even Eorzea knows Sid Garland, the imperial defector who shared with us countless technological wonders. Maxima, who stands with us today, tried to reform Garlemald from within and make peace with Doma. So you can believe me when I say that every fighter here understands and accepts that the Imperials are not monsters and are deserving of help. Or at least, they were able to put aside their feelings for the greater good. It won't be easy, but we're all determined to make this world a better place. What lingering concerns I may have had were clearly unwarranted. I agree with everything you said wholeheartedly. Then we are in accord. Now, let us review our strategy. To reach the Garlean capital in northern Ilsabard, we must cross the central mountain range. Fortunately, Garlean ironworks can provide aerial transport, sparing us this most treacherous part of our journey. However, attempting to fly any closer to Garlemald will attract the attention of the Telephoroi. As they appear to have seized control of the majority of the Imperial military, we must assume that includes its fleet. In addition, Garlemald possesses a device that can interfere with airship navigational system, further discouraging an airborne approach. Given the circumstances, the closest we deploy our contingent is an area between the range and the capital, the Magna Glacies. From there, we must travel the rest of the way on foot. We will also need to bring the airships with us to ensure we can withdraw with haste. Although much of the terrain will be blanketed in snow, we should be able to make use of local roads and shipping facilities. The vast ice field will afford us an unobstructed view of the surrounding area. On the other hand, it would also allow others to it will also allow others to easily spot us. So it is imperative that we only make camp in positions where we can defend ourselves and the airships, which must be kept safe at all costs. We cannot account for every possibility, so we must be prepared to think on our feet. We will be tested, sorely tested, I expect, for our homes and for our people, and a people not of our own but in need. We will succeed. Spare no effort in your preparations. Once we depart, there is no turning back. The Bosgen front. That's where my people are. The Bosgen front. Besides the delegates assembled here, the Amalja and several other tribes offered to send troops of their own. Oh, really? The Beastmen as well? Unfortunately, due to their physiology, many would struggle simply to survive in the harsh climate of Ilsabard. They would also likely prove tempting targets for abduction by the Telephoroi. All things considered, they can better aid the cause by bolstering our defenses in Eorzea, though their eagerness to do more has been noted. We few shall have to suffice. Ere we embark, we must distribute the awarding scales to our comrades. Care to do the honors? Dun, 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 dun. We heard it would be cold in Garlemald, so we came prepared. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, the talismans! We have to keep these close at all times, yes? I will see that no one misplaces theirs. And before I forget, I have a message from Hien. In distant lands, in time of strife, together stand, together fight. In darkness shines the light of life. I hope I have done his words justice, though. Doma, like much of Orthard, has been plagued by the towers. Yet, while he could not be here, he wished to express his shared conviction. Hien and Yugiri labor without rest to unite the people, and with their aid will we keep the enemy at bay. And we of the Steppe and Eastern Alliance will repay their efforts by ending this war. It's a set of warding scales, I spec. Not that I would know what they look like. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Wow, look at these. Even a layman like me can tell they're bursting with aether. All the better to fend off the tempering waves? Is that right? Anyway, this will give us one less thing to worry about, which just leaves us the mountain of whatever else is waiting for us in Garlemald. Only one way to find out, eh? And nervous or not, I'd march through all 7 hells if it gave me a chance to put Xenos back in the grave where he belongs. I hear you've got something for us. Ah, these scales everyone's been talking about. Pretty little things, aren't they? Reckon they'll be worth a gil or two when this is all over, but we'll hold on to them for now. And one more thing, I know what you're thinking. Why didn't they send Ainzar instead? How good if I know. All the Admiral and Captain Hulford told me was they needed someone to help safeguard the future. And here I am. Can't say they haven't got a sense of humor. Of course, some of you might be wondering what good a pirate is on dry land, in the middle of the sodden snow of all places. Well, me and my crew will do whatever needs doing. So let's set sail, or however the saying goes on airships. Arun Sena is the only one I don't know. I think it's because I didn't do some of the side quests in Realm Reborn. Yes. So these are the famed warding skills. Enough for me and my men, I see. Under normal circumstances, I will not be allowed to travel outside of the 12th Wood. The Elder Seats here, however, has granted me special permission. She has bid me to lend my magics to the people of Garlemald while learning all I can of their ways. In so doing, I will come closer to understanding myself and my place in the world. Or so she says. I say it's past time our allies benefited from the power of the seat at the Seatsia's disposal. Some bemoan that we hide our light under a bushel, and I intend to address that criticism. Warding skills of the Ishgardian delegation, I take it. It's alright, adjusting some things. Many thanks. These talismans may prove to be the deciding factor in the battles to come. I find myself conflicted by this foray into Garlemald, sent by the Empire to infiltrate Ishgard, only to throw in my lot with those whose secrets I was supposed to be stealing. And now I lead a mission to save the countrymen I betrayed. But that is doubtless why I was chosen by Lord Aymeric. He would have me put my extensive knowledge and formal ties to good use. I will not disappoint him. For the future of Ishgard, Garlemald, and the world at large, I will lead us to victory. You have a warding skill for me too? Of course! Thank you for this, and for going to such an incredible lengths for the sake of my people. Though I have little to offer in return, I would impart some advice if I may. You have been told by many to wear the cold of Ilsabard, and I cannot stress enough that that is no token warning. Hey, Rachel! Oh wait, no. You are not a actual viewer. I will be distributing specially made warming tinctures, courtesy of the Alchemist's Guild, but understand that they are no substitute for proper protection. I leave the provisioning and sit protection to your discretion. Now, let us proceed to the Alamigan Quarter. While you make your final preparations, I will have the pilots ready the airships. This is our last chance to make ready before we set forth. You didn't worry about Urianger and I. We still have what we wore in Garlemald before. Estinian claims to be quite warm and toasty beneath his armor, and since he spent a fair bit of time up north recently as well, I have no reason to doubt his words. Most of the others will be borrowing Grand Company stock. The rest of you could do likewise, I suppose, provided you are not overly concerned with style. Not to put too fine a point on it, but I wouldn't be seen dead in one of those ridiculous overcoats. If only I had time to find something to my liking. Hark! Is that the cry of scions in need of a tailor I hear? It's Tataru. But how? I have my ways. Oh, yes, indeed. You thought you could sneak up to Ilsabard without telling me? Ha! Nothing escapes my notice. She's wearing something new. Now you will wear these garments I made for you, whether you like it or not. You never cease to amaze. Why do you need a new outfit as well? Wait, are you coming with us? What? No, of course not, silly. It's all in the name of fashion, rather the pursuit of the highest quality fashion. Besides, how can I expect others to wear my creations if I've never worn them myself? Ah, I did have one other thing to share. Archimus and Bluewom with oh, sorry, it's so hard to pronounce the name. Archimus and Bluewomwither have finally returned from assignments in faraway lands. They'll be staying in the Rising Stones for a while to keep an eye on events throughout Eorzea. Since they'll be running things back at headquarters, I was wondering if I could lend a hand in Charlian. Oh, why not? You can keep Krill company in the Baldician Annex. Yes, we'd love to have you. We'd love to have you there. And I heard Archimus and Blomweed did a fine job carrying on in our stead while we were lying comatose. While them in charge of the Rising Stones, with them in charge of the Rising Stones, we're nothing to worry about. Oh, god damn it. What the hell is this fireworks all about now? Anyway. My thoughts exactly. Also, while I'm confident you won't go collapsing again because a certain someone who shall remain nameless isn't in position to transport your souls into another world, if anything similarly disastrous were to happen, I'll be well positioned to do something about it. Anyways, I got a few things to take care of and then I'll make my way to Charlian. I really do hope these new clothes are enough to keep you warm in Garlemald. It's not much, but it's the only thing I can do for you. Other than pray for your safe return. Written. What the hell? Which I will, every day. Let's not keep the contingent waiting any longer. Here are your winter woolies, handcrafted by yours truly. Winter woolies. Not that we'll be wearing that. Hey, level 83. Kataru is desperately trying to retain her composure as prepares to see you off on another perilous journey. I'm told the airship pilot would have been sent to meet you. Ah, there he is. Alright, this is where we go separate ways. Do be careful, won't you? It's an honor to finally meet you. We of the Garland Ironworks will be ferrying you and your contingent across the mountains and into Garlemald. For many of us, it will be something of a homecoming. Our illustrious founder was only our most notable imperial defector. That's amazing. For that reason, the company is committed to the success of this expedition. Our resources are at your disposal, and if there is aught we might do to be of further assistance, please do not hesitate to ask. If you are ready to depart, I will ready the engines. Onboarding airships over constantly obeying sequence. Proceed. Yo, what's... Wow. That looks amazing. Garlemald. Here we go. There's no music. Ilsabard, divided in twain by vast mountain range. Those who would traverse its jagged peaks face peril at every step. Why go by foot when one can simply fly? Wow! On the outskirts of the imperial capital, in the frozen wastes of the Magna Glaciers. Glaciers. The winds howl in icy protest as if to warn against further trespass. Why is he cold? He's from Ishgard. Receive word from from Thancred's reconnaissance party. They have sighted a detachment of heavily armed Imperials. Survivors of the Civil War, perhaps. Perhaps, but there is more to it than that. Maxima reports that they are led by Vergilla, legatus of the 3rd Legion, which comprises the bulk of their number. However, they are also joined by several members of the 1st. From what I recall, the 3rd Legion fought for Nerva in the War of Succession following Varys' death. The 1st, on the other hand, were under the direct command of the Emperor and rejected Nerva's claim of the throne. These legions were enemies. Indeed, in fact, our sources claim that it was a conflict between them that sparked the Civil War. Yet now, these former foes cooperate to defend a ruined Garlemald from invasion. Then it is all but certain that they have been tampered. So what's the plan? If me and my crew was out reaving, we charged straight in, no messing about. But that ain't what we're here for. Quite right. Soldiers or no, they are people of Garlemald, the very ones we have come to aid. Direct confrontation is unavoidable, nevertheless, we must make every effort to limit casualties on both sides. Rather than kill them, I would remove them from the field. How so? Savage beatings, disarmament, imprisonment? Not impossible, but easier said than done in the heat of battle. Having observed the opposition, I imagine Thancred had something to suggest. He did. He and other scouts have already infiltrated a supply depot some distance beyond the Imperial detachment's current position. Stored within is a stockpile of Magitech armaments, and once we give the signal, Thancred's team will destroy them all. In so doing, we will deprive frontline troops of material, and likely force the detachment to send men to investigate. Divide and conquer, not a bad idea. Once the scouts have finished their preparations, we will split into 2 groups. The first will form the vanguard, while the other brings up the rear with our supplies. As for the Scions, I ask that you lend your assistance where you deem it needed most. I would prefer, however, that you accompany the rear guard and be prepared to join the van at a moment's notice. Keep in reserve, kept in reserve as our trump card, so to speak. You know, when I made Vesu being a blue lion with blush and all that, it was mainly a joke. Now I can't see this game with any other character other than Vesu. Thancred. Wow, why is his winter coat so stylish? His winter coat is crazy stylish. What the heck? The proposal was well received. More specifically, they asked what They ask that we destroy the Imperial's toys in as spectacular a fashion as possible. Y'shtola always did have a flair for the dramatic. She's not an easy woman to please, but I shall do my best to satisfy her thirst for fireworks. Alright, once more, for my peace of mind. Our first objective will be to rig the enemy's magitech with explosives. After we've drawn to a safe distance, we'll detonate them remotely. Our second will be to issue the deactivation command to the automated units via the control terminal. If our calculations are correct, this signal should reach those deployed on the front line, giving our friends a much needed upper hand. The blizzard will have to stay hidden, so let's aim to get in and out before it passes. Trust the plan, and we should all live to see tomorrow. In the meantime, I will relay messages back and forth as the situation unfolds. You'll forgive me if I ask again, but are you certain that you wish to play the lone wolf? Wouldn't have it any other way. Call it foolish and reckless if you like, but I'll get the job done. I always do. Very well. I wish you the best of luck. I guess I'm gonna be playing Thancred right now. Let's go. Holy crap, I was right. I don't know how to use a gun blade. How to use a gun blader. Okay. Use silent takedown to neutralize the enemy. Which enemy? That guy? How? Oh, he turns around. Let's see where he turns around to. So he looks that way. No, stuck. Okay, I'm gonna wait till he turns around this way. No. Wait, the thing didn't turn on. What the hell? I can't use silent takedown. It says to use silent data, but I wanted to use silent data. I wouldn't use it. Why? Hold on a second. How do we use this? While hidden. Oh, I need to be hidden first. How to get hidden though? It was an attack when the target is magic weapon or guard or it was an attack with the points. Can only be executable under the effect of swift deception. So I need to be under swift deception first. Damn it. Did not know that. It's like if I were that. Jeez. Didn't know that. Yeah, that's on me. I should have known that. Okay. Okay, gotta wait till that machine pass by. Then I'll silent take down this tempered Imperial. Okay. Go in. Hold on. Don't think I can take up both of them, can I? I think if I get inside that area, that dog would know I'm there. No use hiding, they'll soon sneak me out. Luckily, I'm prepared. Okay, that worked out. Wait, how long does a swift deception last? Oh, nope, I'm no longer swift. Okay. There was that one leggy machine just now. Where did he go? There it is. All is proceeding as planned. North and west.
了解だ。目的を達成した部隊は予定の位置で待機していてくれ。
Wait till that machine there kind of not be in the way. I don't want to hit this guy and then suddenly be like right in front of me. Made it. Gotta get the deck control tower over there. Okay, that one goes over there. Okay, those two machines kind of circle around that area. Kind of dangerous actually. With this big machine, those two smaller machines, how do I actually get to those two guys there? Timing is everything. Whew. Made it. Damn it! Couldn't get the aiming done on time. That sucks. That's bad. This is bad. Threat awareness is quite high. On the bright side, slightly easier. We have to go this way. This one. Wait, there's another person there. Shit. Not good. I have no impact on Imperial soldiers. How am I supposed to do this? Can I beat that guy? He'll be outside of the area. Yes. Alright, that's good. And now I have to work slightly faster. I have to wait till this machine gets over this side, hide myself, and go over behind it. Then I can use the bewilderment bomb on that dog. Dog's now down. Big dude's here though. No. Okay. Whew. I need to get to those controls over there. I need to know this patrol, how they patrol. Damn it! I need to know how they patrol right now. So they just go back and forth there, and that guy goes there. Right? Nice. Woo! Now, once I know about Swift Deception, it's slightly easier for me to go around. Before that, I was just like, how do I get through? And just beat up everyone. That was a bad idea. Your return, and none the worse for wear, to my considerable relief. What news from our comrades? They stand at the ready. Excellent. Let the fireworks begin. Fireworks. Few moments later, the rear of Ilsebert contingent supply caravan. Blizzard's beginning to clear. The Vanguard should be engaging the Imperials by any moment now, if they haven't already. Yashtola and the others are with them, so I'm sure they'll be alright, but... Damn dogs!
偵察隊を放ってたのはこっちだけじゃねってか。全員担当のキャリッジを死守しろ。応戦すんぞ。やろうども。
やろうども。 Dun, 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 dun.
まず戦えないものを守るんだ。
I pressed the wrong button. Sorry, doggies. Amelinian's troops is, where is it? Over there? Oh, it's over there. Here, here. Ha! Teleattack Reaper. I'm a Reaper too.
よっしゃーって戦闘のキャリッジが苦しそうだな。お前は言ってやれ。ここは俺が任された。
Okay. Which, who do I help now? Here?
お前が上がってきたって
Graha, you need help?
手こずってるのは俺たちだけか。へっ、上等だ。海賊の実態を見せてやるよ。ぶちかましてやるよ。
Man, the enemy selection sucks so bad. Woo! I made a mistake. Ah, that's design. Let's go. Soul Sow. Harvest Moon. Let's go! Oh yeah. Hey, welcome special edition. I totally understand. Removed from the field was not euphemism for enthusiastically murder. It's nothing that won't heal in time. Endwalker's going great. I really enjoy it. The trouble is that their tempering has made them utterly fearless. Subduing them would be easier if they had the capacity to submit in the first place. Well, this is the path our young chargers would have us walk, and that we all agreed to follow. You knew it would be hard, yet still you pledged your lands, did you not? That I did. Oh, Lise! With her pugilist style. These bots seem to be targeting... Really? Oh. That's weird. But yeah. They have been coming into my chat quite a lot. And I'm kind of surprised that they're in my chat since I'm not really a big VTuber. So I'm kind of surprised that they keep on coming in here and spamming my chat. That's Virgilia. Damn it. I need to help the others take her down. There's no end to them. Here I am. That's so weird, right? I mean, you'd think like bots would want to aim for like the bigger VTubers, but no. They went for the smaller VTubers where there's not really much people that can see whatever they're peddling. I was wondering when you turn up. And I think these bots are the ones that subscribed to my channel recently as well, because once I you know, hide them from the channel and pretty much like ban them, my follower count goes down. My subscriber count goes down, so it's like, that's interesting. There's no stopping us now. Come on, let's show them what we're made of. I have no idea how they work. I watched the streams before, but I don't think I've said it. Your character design, the whole comic book break. Thanks, I really appreciate it. I wanted to make sure that, you know, it has like a sort of like uniform look that puts out the theme of that I really would like to be more you know, in the style. So that's why because I'm a big superhero fan, you know. So when I went into this, I went into it wanting to do like a lot of superhero-ish theme. So I'm very happy that it came out well, that people really like the style that I have with my with the comic style layout and everything. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. This is the right one. Oh. I don't think the bots can sub the channel because another streamer was watching put their stream on. Oh wait, that works? Huh, I should look into that. That's the thing, I kind of don't want to limit my stream to like sub only mode, but I guess that kinda explains why so many people. Oh god, yeah, good stuff. What do you think of Zack Snyder's Justice League? Do you think the MCU is starting to fall? I haven't actually seen the Zack Snyder Justice League yet. What the? Why can't I select Vergilia? Jeez. Anyway, I haven't seen the Snyder Cut, but I do know about it. It looks impressive. And yes, I kind of agree that the MCU is kind of falling in terms of quality. Not quality of production, however. Quality of production has been pretty dang good. I'm talking more about the quality of story. Like, I guess it's like after the whole thing with after Endgame, right? Their story just doesn't seem to match up to the quality that they used to have. You know? That being said, right? That being said, I do, however, enjoy their Disney Plus TV series. Those have been pretty dang impressive. Oh my god! That attack! The Disney Plus series has been impressive. Controversial he is, but I love this film so far. Where he gets an MCU, the story seems aimless. Yeah, after Endgame, you're right. After Endgame was done, it's like it's aimless as heck. And why can't I select Vergilia? Jeez, game. Time to enshroud myself. Didn't the Hawkeye show do a bait and switch? I haven't seen the fourth episode of Hawkeye yet, so I don't know if they did a bait and switch. What's your favorite era of comics? I grew up in the 90s, so I gotta say 90s. I really love the 90s comics because it's all about fun, you know? It's like, let's just have fun with whatever story we can have. So we get some really extremely dumb storylines or really engaging storylines at the same time, so you know. It's just overall like dumb fun. So yeah, the 90s for me is my favorite because the comics are just made for fun without without being like so much of a without so much politics in it. Of course, there are comics in that era that has like you know, a view on society and all that. But I kind of miss the old days of just like brainless fun comics, you know.
のまま伸びていやがれ。
A worthy
再戦なら
adversary.
いつでも受けてやる。ただし、てめえが元に戻って。
Sadhu cartoon.
よかっ
That was the last of them.
た。ありがとう。
The day is ours, thanks to your timely
駆けつけてくれ
arrival.
たおかげで
What of the supply
どうにか
caravan?
事なきを得
Uncanny X-Men was 90s. Actually, technically, Uncanny X-Men started from the 60s.
帝国兵の皆
But
を
the
保護し
big,
つつ
the era, the popular era of X-Men was the 90s. The one with the cartoon. Those are the 90s. Outmaneuvered, but not outmatched. Good. Let us take the Imperials into custody and rejoin our comrades.
ガレマルドは
I mean, Uncanny X-Men started back in 1963, but it started getting popular in 1978, I want to say, or 1977, when they did the all new, all different X-Men. And in the 80s they the popularity of the X-Men starts going up, and they have like all these big storyline like Inferno and all that really put like Days of Future Past, all that storyline that really puts X-Men into like the map, the mainstream map. And then in the 90s, with the Jim Lee era, the Jim Lee and Chris Claremont era, the X-Men really just thrived. They just became huge. Up until like I think 98, I want to say. Watching the X-Men movies, and it was so sad seeing Fox absolutely destroy the franchise after Days of Future Past. They should have stopped it. Yeah, I kinda agree. Days of Future Past was perfect. The Apocalypse movie was, you know, X-Men Apocalypse is just like, what the hell's going on there? The Dark Phoenix movie was, like, it's not as bad as Apocalypse, I'd say, but it's still, but Logan though, Logan was a good movie. I love Logan. And soon we shall arrive at the capital. Logan was a good movie. But yeah, the X-Men, Dark Phoenix, and Apocalypse was just... But I still like Dark Phoenix better than Apocalypse, at least. I can say that. Still not a good movie though. Still not a good movie. Beginning of an absolute end. Which is funny, because that's what Apocalypse means anyway, you know? 800 years it had been since the Guardians first set foot here. 800 years, holy crap, that's long. Blasted by the Corvosi after centuries of war and driven from fertile southern pastures to the blasted northern waste. Want to watch Logan or view it as canon since I want a happy ending? Aha, that's understandable. But it's sort of a happy ending. I mean, it's not a happy ending. No, it's not. It's still tragic ending. But it's not sad. I don't know how to say it. Like, it's not like tragic sad. It's still sad, but not sad as in hopeless. Yes, that's the right word for it. It's not hopeless. I like the Logan storyline because as tragic as the ending is, it wasn't hopeless, and I really liked the way they did the storyline. It was definitely, I gotta say, one of the best superhero film I've ever seen. X-Men 3 The Last Stand was better. That is so true. Yeah. Oh my god. And I hated The Last Stand. I hate it with a passion, but I gotta admit, it was better than Apocalypse, that's for sure. Oh my god, that is so true. Oh, a soft-spoken soldier, how send it through. Oh wait, I forgot I haven't been reading this. This is bad. Taking in the capital with his eyes for the first time, I recall thinking to myself, far colder on the earth than in the heavens. Yes, far colder indeed, bitterly so. This are colder than the earth and in. Wait, I read that. I guess it's an abandoned Garlemald town. That's interesting. Like absolutely abandoned.
誰もいないようですね。
Not so much as a whisper.
私が知る限
The
り
roads leading beyond the
陸
city
路で
walls
ガ
would
レマ
have
ル
been
ドに
used
入る
less in
ものは
recent
さほ
years.
ど多くなかったです
Nevertheless, this was one of the most important
玄
gateways
関口として
into the
栄え
capital. My god, it's totally
私
abandoned
の
because
知
of
る
the
限りで
towers.
も
A buzz day and
検
night
問
with
所や簡
activity.
易山が
Aye.
置かれて
Merchants passing through the checkpoint, many of them stopping at local hosteleries. That's like this weird words they use. And some really cool things in it. Dark Phoenix just burned me out of my mind. Doesn't make any sense. Dark Phoenix did more to screw up the X-Men timeline than any other films. Yep. Because they pretty much like ignored X-Men 2 and 3. Heck, they even ignored the first X-Men. That's what happened with Dark Phoenix.
みんな
Surely they
テ
cannot
ンパード
all
に
have
され
been
てしまっ
tampered.
たのか
考えるのも
We can
大事だ
consider
け
the
ど
question after we have
と
made
にかく
camp.
こんなとこ
If
ろ
we
で
spend any
野ざ
longer
らしにされ
outside,
た
we
ら
may well freeze to
長
death
く
where
は
we
持た
stand.
ないよ
The tempered Imperials
僕
too.
たちも
この場所を我々の一時
Simon,
的な拠
I'm
点と
not
させても
exactly
ら
sure
おう
who Simon Kinberg is.
速やかに全ての負傷者の手当てを
There will be a temporary base of operations. Secure shelter for ourselves and the injured, and dispatch scouts to survey the surrounding area. Enough ranting about X-Men. I'm not really exactly sure who Simon Kinberg is. Is that a comic writer or a movie writer? We're planning on staying here for a while. We have to give this a place a proper name.
では
Then,
創設を
the
踏みしめ
constant
てきた
sound
我
of
々ら
ice
し
cracking
く
underfoot makes me think of
キャ
broken
ンプブロ
glass.
ークングラスと
An
しよ
apt
う
name, perhaps, but enough of this.
改めてみんな
Work, everyone. So we're calling this place Broken Glass? That's... I guess that works. We're in Broken Glass. Tuning to the Ethernet. Aetherite. And now we are connected to the Ethernet. In spite of the obstacles we faced, our plans proceed apace. Just a little further, and we will reach the capital itself. Still, we mustn't get ahead of us. As soon as the camp has been made fit for purpose, we are to discuss a course of action with Lucia. Would you mind asking Yushtola and Grana to join us in the building to the northeast of the camp? Alice and I will meet you there. But I totally understand the ranting of X-Men though. There's a lot of wasted potential with the X-Men movies. It's sad. A meeting? Yes, I'll make my way over once my head has cleared. In truth, I've been feeling all out of sorts since we arrived. The air is thick with palpable aura of malevolence. It is the monstrous tower of the horizon, jagged, hideous, unholy. Even at this distance, its presence is overwhelming. Screenplays for Dark Phoenix. Oh, okay. Isn't Zach Penn one of the writers for the awful 2015 Fantastic. That's alright. Okay. Yeah. Maybe he gets tired. Okay, that's also a thing. Like Rob Liefeld, right? Horrible artist, bad attitude. His artwork is not good. I mean, people made memes out of it because of it. But comic publishers still hire him because he finishes his job. He finishes his job and he makes sure that that he gets it done by deadline. This is something that working in the industry, I found out. The reason why editors and comic publishers, they know the reputation he has. They know his bad attitude. But they still hire him because if you need a comic to be done on time or even faster than time, ahead of deadline, he will get it done. and that's why he keeps getting hired. So this might be the same case as Simon Kinberg. This is the monstrous tower, jagged, hideous, unholy. Even at its distance, its presence is overwhelming. Quantity over quality. That's how we ended up. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Because the sad thing is, right, with publishers, companies, they see as making the deadline as a better thing than the quality of the storyline. Because they feel like making the deadline and putting the products out there is better. You know? So when they see it like this, they don't mind hiring really horrible writers, because they know that if they do that, they can get the things out and get the sales in. Of course, one can argue that because it's horrible, you won't get sales, or at least not much sales. But sometimes they feel like getting them out in the first place is better than worrying whether the sales will be there or not. It's like, at least the product is out there, they'll get some money. It's what a lot of them think. It's a horrible way to think, but that's how a lot of companies think. Much like the sensation I felt in the Tower of Zot, only far more terrifying. Aether flows unceasingly towards it, converging into a swirling mass of unfathomable power. For a blessing, the constant chill in the air is helping to anchor my senses in the here and now. Tell the others I shall be with you in a few moments. But like you said, funny thing is, when publishers or studios release crap, people know it's crap and the films lose money. It's shooting oneself in the foot. Exactly. Exactly. That's the thing. Like I said, you can argue the fact that these things won't make money because it's crap, but a lot of them still think like putting a product out there will get some sales in, even if it's little. Better than them putting it late and not getting any sales in. But that's the thing, right? If you put in it late and it's better quality than most anything you see, it's like you'll get more money out of it because you'll get like unbelievable amount of sales. But a lot of studios don't see it this way, because they don't see the value of quality. They see the value of products. It's horrible. It's just horrible. You will be pleased to know most of the tempered have been quartered. My God, I can't speak. Quartered inside the nearby buildings and receiving treatment as we speak. I do, however, feel no small amount of guilt for commandeering civilian homes. The occupants may be long gone, but everything is exactly as they left it. Considering the length of time that has clearly passed since, one would expect to find them ransacked. Strangely, there are no signs of anything having been stolen. It's possible that everyone fled at the sight of trouble, though it seems to me that they left far too many useful possessions behind. Although there is no conclusive evidence, I strongly suspect they were tampered. Sorry, I was merely thinking aloud. You mentioned a meeting? I will make my way there. That's why I hope the digital revolution and democratization of film takes off soon. Cinema cameras are getting cheaper and cheaper. Yep. Like, people can actually afford to make movies of their own, citing more quality over corporatization. So hopefully it will bring in like a new age of cinema where quality is more important than thinking of like putting things out there. Thank you for informing the others of our meeting. When everyone is here, we will begin. Present situation is as follows. Efforts to aid the people of Galamal have begun in earnest. Moreover, having entered into the capital, imperial palace is within our reach. The irony of Hollywood? I have a feeling I know, But do illuminate. What do you think about it? But before we proceed further, we must learn that what has befallen the city, for therein lies the key to understanding and combating the Telephoroid's design. Mostly artistry, right? Which is lost nowadays thanks to the corporation, you know, corporatizing Hollywood as it is. I have a suggestion, if I may. Like, the artistry of cinema is gone. Corporates now just want to control things and think like, this is famous, do that. This is popular, do that, without thinking of the artistry behind it, which is sad. Several of the Imperial soldiers we captured on the Magna Glacius are members of the populators and acquaintances of them. Once we have cured them of the tampering, they should be able to give a reliable account of the events leading to the capital's downfall. A promising idea. I will assist the healers in their administrations. The narrative motion picture began in the late 1800s as a French and German-based art form. The World War I roped all of Europe in hell. The European film industry died with no competition. Ah, that is interesting. I didn't know this part at all. Of course, I will require a proxy of my own, assuming you can spare one. Would you like a hand? No. I'm sure I will manage. Better that you take my place in the field. The noxious ether of this place disagrees with me, and as I shall need to draw on my own for the treatment, it will be prudent for me to remain within the camp. In the early 1910s, the US film industry was based in New Jersey where Edison lived. The stock of curing the temper is all well and good, but I reckon the cold is a more pressing concern. All the houses around here are fitted with cerulean heaters that could keep us warm and toasty. Problem is, the machine seems to have given up the ghost. And if we keep sitting around freezing our asses off, we'll be next. My smiths reckon that with the right parts, they can have them working again. Won't be easy. Understood. Machinists will assist them in the repairs. The rest of us should either stand watch or survey the area. We have made our presence known to the Telephoroid. They will be searching for us, if they have not already ascertained our presence. That we have seen no sign of them since the battle suggests they have yet to do so. However, I suspect they may be biding their time. Edison rules the film industry with an iron fist and even used gangs to threaten and beat up directors who weren't paying him dues. Edison hated foreign films and made the entire industry do what he wanted them to do. Wow! That's crazy! I didn't know that. I mean, I know Edison's not a good guy. I know that. I was never really a fan of Edison, but I didn't know that it was up to that point with the film industry. That's crazy. Or perhaps we are beneath there. I did read up the whole Edison versus Tesla story. In any event, we'll find no answers standing around here. Urianger, Estinian, and myself have visited Garlemald recently, so we'll lead a reconnaissance effort. Perhaps bolstered by a few Bosnian and Dalmatian scouts from my previous excursion for good measure. Filmmakers fled to the opposite side of the country, to Hollywood, to flee Edison's patent laws. Hollywood proved to have great filming locations and the local government. Okay. Don't forget about Alamigans. We have experienced scouts of our own. Well, now, this is turning out to be a rather sizable team. With such numbers, we should be able to cover a wide area with relative ease, including that surrounding the Imperial Palace. How about you, Graham? I have a feeling we'll find a use or two for that vanishing spell of yours. It will be my honor to be of service, though I doubt that you of all people need to rely on my tricks. That leaves us with guard duty. As a matter of fact, I have something else in mind for the two of you and Alphanor. Between here and the center of the capital lies the Eblan Rime. I would have you search the area for survivors. A keen sense of direction honed in your extensive travels will prove useful in navigating the ice fields. Hollywood began as filmmakers wanting freedom to make whatever they wanted, and now Hollywood's gone. Yeah. Like I said, the artistry is gone. Oh no, it's fine. This is actually very interesting. I love to get to know about all this. It's really cool. And like I said, basically it's like Hollywood started with artistry. Like you say, they wanted to do something with freedom, without the iron fist law of Edison. But along the way, they lost all the artistry of it all, and just became what they are now, which is really sad. Hugo, yeah, I know the film. I've never seen it though, but I know about the film. Extensive travel is something of an entertainment, but I suppose there's something else there. Ice fields! I love ice fields! Oh wait, no I don't. I love the options, but I gotta go with my characteristics. I have faith that you will, and look forward to greeting you on your safe return. You all have your duties. Let us make haste. May the Fury bless and keep you. Stretching. Ugh, that felt good. The old man Hugo was a real man, and he was basically the father of the story motion picture. He was previously a magician and used his skills and knowledge to make first VFX. Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. I gotta watch this movie. Gods be good. If it's this old with Tataru's clothing, I dread to think how we'd fare without it. I must remember to thank her for next meet. It makes me realize too that while the people of Garlemald have spent their whole lives in conditions like this, even they'd be hard pressed to survive away from the warmth of their homes. If there are any survivors, we must find them, and quickly. Bada boom. And as the film states, most of his films really were confiscated and the film reels. Wow! That's sad. That's really sad. What do chums? What ho, chums? Been giving something to do, have you? As it happens, I too have in order to make myself useful. Sounds like a rather tall order. Since you asked, we're to scour the Eblan Rime for survivors. What? Wander around ice fields on the off chance you'll find someone? You'd take forever to finish the job with the benefit of my expertise, or more specifically, my telescope. Come, friends, I know just the spot to begin our search. Ah, goddamn. Hit my keyboard by mistake. I'll probably regret this, but we may as well humor him. Ooh, hold on a second. Okay, no blue quest yet. But, okay, this is Garlemald. Most probably a lot... Oh, not as big as I thought it was. Oh, okay. This isn't... but, you know, I'm just thinking about the Aether Currents. Alright. Let's go! Look at that dude. OV boss. What do you see, Emmeline? Emmeline? I spy with my little telescope a massive sheep thing? Or maybe it's a cow. Not what we're after either way. Is that an Aether current? Oh no, just a wind sprite. Other than that, it's all snow, snow, snow. But lo, what do I see over yon hillock? There's no mistaking it. That's a girl. What? Gotta work on a script for a fake TV show pilot that's doing 19 hours from my. Okay. Hey, good luck on that. And that's awesome. I hope I hope your script does well on the test. On the test. I mean, on the assignment. I hope you get a good grade on it. And thank you for coming down, Special Edition. I really appreciate it. Survivor? Show me. Over there, behind that tree. It looks like she's running away from something. So, surely not us. You wouldn't even know we're here unless you had a telescope like mine. All I can tell is that she's wearing a pale green dress. A rather fetching one at that. She'll be long gone by the time we get anywhere near. But we should be able to follow her footprints. Sounds good to me. I'll let Lucia know where you're heading. Oh, and take these warming tinctures with you. Poor girl must be chilled to the bone, if not on the verge of freezing to death. That's actually very thoughtful. Thank you. But won't you need some for yourself? No, I'll be fine. As a man of chivalry, my honor demands I do no less. And lest we forget, the very reason we are here is to protect those in need. Now go, and Godspeed. Emma and Elaine has changed. Became like an actual good guy. That's awesome. You know what? I can't let it alone. There you go. Gotta help the guy out. Not my style to just like not help someone in need. A trail of fresh fruit being lead east. East we go. Yeah, there it is. What the heck kind of monster is that? This footprint seems to be the same as you saw previously, and they lead towards the building. Getting closer, sure of it. At first we thought she'd gone inside the building, but the door doesn't look to have been open in some time. She might still be nearby, so we'll keep looking around here. And again, it's also possible she ran right past this place. Do you mind searching up ahead? The guy was just skipping the dialogues. I can't. I'm a streamer. Surveying. Right? Not seeing girl in green. Hey! Girl in green dress anxiously surveys her surrounding. For you to call out to her from this distance, it might attract wild beasts to your location. Be safer to get closer first, but you must do so without drawing attention. How do I do that? Follow the girl from a safe distance. The objective will end in failure if you're noticed. Make use of the cover such as rocks to approach her without being seen. Similarly, the objective will also end in failure if you fall too far behind. Should you fail to complete the objective, you may try again, blah 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 blah. Like, I don't have to be this far from her, I think. Nope, no one here. Absolutely safe. You're good. Yes, you are imagining things. The Eblin Rhyme. Better catch my breath. This is too funny though. Those beasts spot me, I'm done for. You're good, girl. Okay, I hope my luck holds. Good lord, that monster is huge. No, what? Oh, god damn it. She stopped suddenly. I got tricked. I mean, that's how they do it, you know? They gotta trick you like that, but ugh. This gameplay is dirty. Now we have to do the follow thing again, and it's gonna start. Oh, it's gonna be. Ah! That starts so slowly. This guy failed too. Hey, buddy. Did you see me? This is little bit on the annoying side. Not too far, not too close. Nope, no one here, girl. Just you. Yep, just imagining things. Lapu. Yeah. Hey, Lapu. These two guys is doing the same quest I did, and they also failed. That's why we both all three of us turned back. It's this part. It's this part. Oh my god, how do I do this? Gotta be a different way. Like, tried to go behind that pillar, but she spotted me almost immediately. But what if I go there immediately after we're done. Yeah, right. Okay. We're good. We're good. Final spurt. Alrighty then. Seems to be the case of really final spurt. Oh, thank God. 4 or 5 times because she randomly turned around. Still one piece. Oh God, finally made it. It's so annoying because it's like so slow. Who are you? Stay back. This house is packed with explosives. Take another step and I'll blow this place sky high. Please, we just want to talk. I'm Alphino, and this is my sister Elise, and our good friend Vesu. We have no intention of hurting or taking anything from you or anyone else. I give you my word. We and our comrades have come to provide aid to the people of Garlemald. Aid? You savages are the ones responsible for all of this. You did this to us. We didn't, I promise you. One of the other reasons we came to find out what happened here, in fact. The Telefroi are the ones to blame. They're the ones who laid waste to Garlemald, and they won't stop until they've destroyed the entire world. They're the enemy. Our enemy. On our way, we encountered Imperial soldiers who have been made their thralls. Those poor souls are now in our care, and we are striving to cure them of their affliction. You're the first person we've met who wasn't already enslaved. How were you able to escape the Telefroi's influence? Are there any others like you? I'm sorry, I don't mean to overwhelm you. Let's start with the introductions. Can you tell me your name? My name is Lucina. As for how I've managed to stay sane, I've been asking myself the same questions. Ever since that night and the roar, that terrible roar, and then the screams. I was screaming too, I think. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Then came the silence. Everything was still. It was like waking up from a nightmare. I thought that maybe the fighting had stopped, so I stepped outside. If your hells are real, I saw one that day. I ran past friends, people I'd known all my life, eyes vacant, dead, staring at the sky. Others were mad and violent. I saw them struggle with soldiers, but didn't stay to watch. I fled as far as my legs would take me. Do you have family here? Is this their home? No, this is Victor's Spoils, a mansion for retired soldiers, or it was, but now me and a few others are borrowing it. As for the explosives, I was making that up. I just wanted to keep everyone else safe, and I didn't know if you were. The truth is, pronunciation. The truth is, our supplies are running low. You said you're here to help. Can you? Of course. Whatever assistance we can provide, we will. Thank you. I better tell the others first, though. Wait here. The truth is... Ah, the others are here. This is everyone. Are they cold? Lucina says you can be trusted, but these are desperate times. We'd be fools to let foreign troops into our home. Having said that, were you to provide us with the means of heating the place as a sign of goodwill, perhaps we could take you on your word. That is too much to ask, then leave us be. Time to put my firewood gathering skills to use. Did you provide a spark with a little magic, Alice? We'll have fire burning in no time. Hey, we built it under that gazebo. The what? Oh, you mean the bower? Yes. Yes, do as you will. But they call it a bower. Okay, why did Lucina have that look on her face? Bam, 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 bam. Yeah. Sorry, I'm still finding it hard to come to terms with all that's happened. Now that you're here though, I'm hoping things might change for the better. You know, I've worked up quite a sweat from all that running about, so I'll leave space around around the fire for the others. As you can tell, they're in far worse state than me. We were planning to look for somewhere warmer or with more food, but they're not going anywhere until we nurse them back to health. Which I don't know how to do. Is there anything you can do to help them? We'll try our best. That's all I can say. Oh look, fire. Already. I can treat the frostbite and their wounds. It will take time for the fire to do its work. Now will be a good occasion to make use of Amylaine's tinctures. The one that can warm the body from the inside out. Would you make sure everyone gets one? The numbness is beginning to subside, though I suspect once the fire dies, it will return with a vengeance. Here's a tincture for ya. Warming tincture? I've never heard of such thing. No harm in trying. But tell me, have you heard aught the city? Though calling it that seems absurd after what's happened. It's nothing but ruins now. The few buildings still stand offer no more than meager protection from wind and snow. Food production, water purification, Magitech, the sustainers, has come to a grinding halt. What machina that remains operational cannot be run for lack of ceruleum. Of course, Cerulean Engines is full of the stuff, all the good it does. No one here knows the first thing about extraction or refinement. All is well. Yes, never better. Oh, what sweet libation is this? Is it poison by any chance? Haha, it was a joke, a joke. If I laugh, this was that I may not weep, so said the poet. And alas, my tears would freeze on my cheek ere they fell. We are the blessed dam, to bear witness to the fall of the great empire, while our brethren lie dead or live on as puppets of flesh. First came the war, then came the roar. Then when the morning came, Garlemald was no more. In the cacophony. I like the radio, the music is nice. Yeah. It has this very like Russian feel to it. In the cacophony of gunfire, explosions and screams was our beloved capital razed to the ground. From the rubble rose the disheveled remnants, their lavish finery caked in ash as they shuffled mindlessly towards the palace, each bearing a fragment of stone or metal, an offering perhaps to the architect of our destruction. A hopeful few tried to reason with the deranged, only to be beaten to kindness. But I knew better than to plead with the horde. I fled with my health, if not my conscience preserved. Now I wait with my fellow cowards for our final judgment. What do you want? Tincture? May as well drink it, I suppose. There's a cutscene for this one, what the heck? This? It's a radio. You don't have them where you come from, I take it? We use them to listen to messages sent by others, even over great distances. Link shell. There are different types, but the smallest is by far the most popular. Made with quality components crafted in the finest ore. Sourced from Locus Ammonius. It's not all that useful since the capital fell into ruin. The people at the broadcasting station must have either fled or ended up like that. Because all we've been hearing is the same music being played over and over again. Home beyond the horizon, an ode to the brave men and women sent to reclaim our ancestral home of Locus Ammonius. We may have found an empire in this frozen waste, but we always hope to take back what was once ours. It's a solemn reminder that though we must suffer great hardships, better days will surely come. Despite everything, I believe that the Emperor Varys yet lives and that he speaks to us through our radios. It was a cunning strategy, faking his murder. He must have foreseen this catastrophe and chosen to conceal himself. He may one day make his triumph for good. Oh, he dead. He dead, dude. Yes, I'm sure of it. Emperor Varys would not be defeated so easily. He dead. It'd be so funny if we could use those gates that Reapers leave. That I'm a Reaper too, so I leave those. It'd be so funny if other people can use it as well. What's that? It's a tincture. Forming tincture. So this is what you give the others? Thank you. I'll save it for later. Actually, I have a few things to ask you. Are you part of the group staying in Latrum? I saw Legatus Vergilia's troop heading towards the Magna Glaciers a few days ago. Are they the ones you encountered? Camp Broken Glass, you call. Then Vergilia and her men are all there now. How did you reach the Magna Glaciers? You crossed the mountains on foot? Airships. And there might be a way to... Messina? Where is everyone? Is something the matter? A voice from inside, you say? You must be imagining things. Everyone's out here. Perhaps a baby Elmasty has found its way into the house. It wouldn't be the first time. Without the soldiers to scare them off, wild animals have been roaming closer to the settlements. Some have been known to attack people too. I've just had an idea. If you and you're strong enough to defeat a Legatus, then surely a few beasts shouldn't pose a threat. If you mind to continue helping us, perhaps you could head to the other side of the lake. There's a small group of tappers living there, people whose job was to extract ceruleum. They still do, from what we can tell. I've already tried asking if they would share their fuel with us, but they're not willing to give away. They want food in exchange. Lots of food, and that's something we don't have and can't get on our own. On top of that, to even reach there then, we'd have to make our way past all those creatures. Would you be willing to go in our place? We've only enough ceruleum to last until others are strong enough to travel to your camp. If the offer still stands, that is. Oh, and I don't expect you to give up on your own supply. But there might be another way to pay the tappers. Ceruleum you need, then ceruleum you all have. Thank you so much. To reach tappers then, you'll have to cross the lake. Ice is thick enough to support a person's weight. If you'd rather not take the risk, you'll need to take a long way around. Finding the entrance can be tricky. But finding the entrance can be a bit tricky too, so it's easier to just look for someone standing guard outside. However you decide to head there, please be careful. Okay. Let's go. Oh. I'll do the ether current searching off screen. On screen, I want to do just MSQs only. Hey, found a new location. Burly Tapper. Who goes there? How did you find us? What do you mean I stand out like a sore thumb? Purebloods over at Victor's spoils haven't given away our location. You'd never have found us. Those stuck-up arseholes. But they thought they could come waltzing in here demanding ceruleum with nothing to offer in return. Ha! Looks like the boot's on the other foot. Now the capital's gone to shite. So they've resorted to sending you to negotiate. I know your game, sellsword. They think we'll give in to intimidation. They've got another thing coming. Yo, what? We're forced to fight. Am I dead yet? See, I didn't even want to fight. That just happened. There you are. Just after you left, Lucina asked me to go and catch up with you in case you needed a hand. Someone must have let slip that I have a little experience in transporting barrel of ceruleum. So this is Tapper's den. Well then, after you. Who are you? What happened to the guards? Eorzeans and rebels have here to save the people of Garlemald? That doesn't make any goddamn sense. Why in the hells would you pass up this chance to put those imperial bastards to the sword? Let me guess, none of you are Garlean? You were brought here from other lands? Garabinia, Yangsha, Ozja, Telmasca, to name but a few. Some dragged here against our will, others fed bollocks for about better life, all put to work extracting ceruleum. All given the esteemed title of An, placing us firmly on the bottom rung of the ladder. But the old hierarchy means nothing in the New Garlemald, says we. About the only thing that escaped more or less unscathed is cerulean ingens. Still, sustaining us even though paymasters out of the picture. We hear you're experts on drawing cerulean from the bottom of the lake. But how can you do that if it's frozen over? Ha! Wouldn't you like to know? Trade secrets, I'm afraid. At any rate, it's not as if the ceruleum is used for much these days. But with the city in ruins, we take enough to power our heaters and save the surplus for later. And though it helps stave off the cold, it does sod all about our hunger unless we trade it away. Speaking of which, be sure to tell your contingent we've got ceruleum by the barrelful. If they're interested, we'll exchange it for whatever provisions they're willing to spare. You can certainly ask, but you're all free to go now. Why carry on living here? Free to go? Go where? Even when we manage to get back to our homelands, there'd be nothing left for us thanks to the Empire. and the knowledge and skills we acquired working here will be practically useless on Garlemald. So we're staying for the time being. Long as there's need for ceruleum, we'll find a way to get by, even if Garlemald, as we know it, is gone for good. Gone for good. Regardless of what the Ilsabard contingent does for the people of Garlemald, Empire itself is already a thing of the past. For many, there will be a cause for celebration. Others, their whole way of life will have been turned upside down. All the atrocities committed in the Empire's name, perhaps it is for the best, consigned to history. But out of the ordinary, their lives, their stories, they be forgotten too. I suppose there'll be plenty of time to ponder that later. For now, let's see about getting some ceruleum. Amenable to making a deal. So you've come seeking ceruleum, have you? What? Those purebloods up at Victor Spoil sent you? Turn to their enemies for help. They must be more desperate than I thought. And again, Lucina's got her little sister to think about. Sister? Well, we only saw Lucina and the 3 men. It's possible she died from whatever was ailing her. If she needed treatment, I doubt there'd be any way to get her around here. I may have refused Lucina at first, thinking she'd come back with something for exchange. I can spare them a bottle's worth of ceruleum. Consider it a reward for introducing me to the rest of your contingent. Be sure to send them our way, you hear? I can't for the life of me think why Lucina would keep her sister a secret from me. But we can ask about that after we've delivered the ceruleum. Come on, let's hurry back. Wait, I don't what? I couldn't find the exit. I still don't know the distance of the enemy, like how far it is until they notice you. Hey, I remember those creatures. Oh no. Did I go the wrong way? I did. I went the wrong way. Damn it. Garlemald, you're too big. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Here we go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. This isn't right. It's too quiet. I would have thought Alfina would still be treating him by fire, but they're nowhere to be seen. I'll look inside the house while you search outside. They can't have gone. Okay, searching for people that are missing. Searching for missing people. Don't fall because it'll be a long way around. Ah, here we go. Yo, what happened? The hell? What happened? They asked me to help carry supplies, but when I followed them back here, they attacked me. Caught me off guard, forced me to defend myself. I fear they fared rather worse than me. You can't fool us. We know what you're about. Vultures, that's what you are. Waiting in the wings for us to show weakness. Then in you swoop. Here to help? What a rot. All a ploy to make us lower our guard. Let you win, push ourselves at your mercy, put us in chains, steal our lands, get your revenge. You're wrong. That's not what any of us want. Save the arguments later. We've got bigger problems. I found empty medicine bottles and a bed that was still warm. It's true. Lucina was hiding her sick sister inside the house. But now there's no sign of either of them. Where are they? Where did they go? Away from you and yours, and if you think I'll tell you, you're a fool. I'd never give up my people. We're trying to help them, you idiot. Her sister's ill. The empty bottles prove it. So the medicine ran out, or she put it in her pocket to make it easy to carry, or to avoid the sound of clinking glass. There are beasts everywhere. How could you let them go alone? To protect them from you. You invade our homeland, tainted with the same sorcery used to slay our countrymen. A Garlean should sooner die than suffer that insult. Better for them to flee, keep their purity intact, than to be corrupted by your vile magics. We were waiting for a chance to free them since the moment you arrived. This is getting us nowhere. I cannot say how Lucina and her sister will react when we find them. Find them we must. Go on without me, both of you. I first need to tend to my injuries and theirs. I'll join you in search after. Alright. Be careful. I mean, it was too easy for them to trust them anyway. We'll do our best to find them quickly. I thought it was too easy, too quick for them to trust. And like I said, there was that one look that Lucina gave. Only one path out of here. And that's where we'll start. We'll search with my mount. Two sets of fresh footprints. Young women, judging by the size. This is definitely them. Come on. Wow. Can actually go on the pipes. I didn't know that. Oh wait, not on the pipes. This is the stairs. There she is. The trail stops at the frozen lake. Perhaps they chose this route so as not to leave footprints. I can't think of any reason. Look at this place. It's crawling with beasts. I can only imagine how hard it must be for her ailing sister to cross the ice. Could really do with Alphino's help, but we can't afford to wait for him. Let's split up and look for clues. Oh my god. This is a huge place we need to cover. To look for clues, so to say. Damn, this place is huge. Oh, nice. Fresh blood. Dun dun dun. I figured it'd be under the pipes. That's why I was like, okay, even though the place is huge, I'll look under the pipes. The blood staining the snow appears to be fresh. Judging by the amount, the victim may have been severely wounded. Trail of blood leads southeastward. Oh wait. Oh no, Lucina, you moron. They died. Fools. You idiots. Two bodies are already cold. Idiots. Both died. Oh, they were attacked. Oh. Idiots. No. Safer to break the walls and trust in our magic. Can't leave them like this. We have to take. We're only making it. We don't belong, but neither do they. Not out here in the wind and the helped you out. I heard the story about Varys' voice from underground. Of course I didn't believe it, but Lucina and her sister did. Perhaps there is something to the tale after all. I want to understand, so I'm going to borrow this for a while. That's alright. Had every reason not to trust us. Came as trespass. Invaders. But I pray that in time we will be more than that to you. That we will find a way to help your order. You see that no more children are left. Aye. I mean, as much as that's the case, I'm pretty sure they regretted away and when they got hit by the monsters. It must have been something we could have done. We never have come here. They still be alive if we hadn't. They'd be dead from the cold, no. We have already caused enough harm here. Let us return to the camp. Let us return to the camp before we cause any more. And as for those inside the house, we should send someone to take care of them. Someone who isn't us. All we can do for now is to make our report to Lucia, and do everything to our power to prevent further tragedy. So let us linger here no more. Come. Ah. That was seriously sad. The thing is, we don't really know Lizzie just met her that moment. They managed to make it super sad nonetheless. That's a testament to their ability to tell the story. Alicia and Alfina tell me that they have finished with the preliminary search for survivors, but refrain from saying much more than that. Clearly, they are reluctant to provide details. I ask for your account. Thank you for. Shall inform the troops of these developments and instruct them to proceed with the utmost caution onto any survivors. Allow me to go and speak with the ones that the victor spoiled. They may be more willing to listen to a fellow guardian and accept our offers. I pray you are right. And though I am loath to burn you any further, should there be an appropriate occasion, speak of Lysina and assist me. Please do so. I'm sorry to have to put you through this. My distress is nothing compared to their suffering. Tell me, what else have we learned? As you may have already heard, we have succeeded in curing the members of the Populares Maxima, and they have provided us with some intriguing insights into the current state of Garlemald. The assassination of Emperor Varys was the catalyst for the civil war. Nerva declared his claim to the throne, and his opponents refused to recognize it. Fighting broke out in the capital, where Nerva's 3rd Legion clashed with the 1st, who remained loyal to Varys even after his death. Of course, even imperial warmongers would balk at the idea of turning their shining city into battleground, like burning down the wood to fight the wasps. Neither side will be so mad. Unless something or someone inflamed their animosity to such an extent that they could not help act against a better judgment. Brings to mind events of the Gimlet Dark, does it not? Holy crap, that was loud. Jeez! The Emperor's sudden withdrawal from the front line specifically. Nerva and his father, Titus, Varys' then political rival, took advantage of rumors that Crown Prince Xenos had been possessed by a demon. Elidibus. What better way to dispatch your enemy than with the truth, or a close enough approximation? Indeed, but before the accusations could be substantiated, many of Titus's followers were silenced. While some were merely stripped of their status, others died under curious circumstances, one after another, suddenly and suspiciously. Again, Elidibus, like as not he had a hand in it, No evidence was found to implicate Varys certainly. Nevertheless, Titus, Nerva, and the Third Legion would have judged it a brazen attempt by the Emperor to rid himself of his political enemies. And then, in the midst of growing turmoil, Varys Zos Galvus is murdered. And Garlemal's own prodigal son, Gaius Van Balsa, is named the murderer. Shortly thereafter, Nerva claims the right of succession, and in response, the First Legion claims the assassination was part of a coup d'etat orchestrated by Titus and Nerva. So no one is at fault and everyone else is to blame. I should add that both parties received substantial financial backing, presumably to provide them with the means of encouragement to pursue a swift victory, and that these contributions came from the self-same benefactor. I'd heard House Brutus had been filling the Third Legion's coffers, but the First as well? Would seem so, though the populares determined that the First Legion received funds from a variety of organizations, all had connections to House Brutus. So Fandaniel, in the guise of Asahi, was playing both sides against each other the entire time. The information we gained from my friends does not end there. One night shortly after fighting broke out, the capital was shaken by an immense tremor. From that point onward, they have no memories, no recollection of any events, including our clash on Glacius. But when asked about the Imperial Palace and its bizarre transformation, they somehow recall Emperor Varys giving them orders in their dreams. What? May the Tower of Babel stand as a testament to the glory of Calamity. Oh, this sounds awfully familiar. Tempered soldiers with the glory of Garlemald. We have something to show you all. The radio? The radio! They say that the radio has like Varys' voice. Varys spoke through them to this radio? Perhaps it was a recording, but if not, that would be inexplicable. We are one mind then. The aether that permeates in the ore used in the device is almost identical to that of the talismans. You see it. While it is likely more coincidence than design, these devices might also ward against a primal's influence. A picture is beginning to form. If the tremor felt throughout Garlemald was a wave of aether emitted by a primal, then while those within range would have been tempered, those huddled around the radio, desperate for news concerning the civil war, would have been spared. No wonder Lysina kept it close. My friends, I must speak with you. A young man was caught trying to steal our supplies. He is a soldier of the Iron Man, and we think one who has not been made thrall. Thankfully, Magnal restrained him before blood was spilled. Strangers outside, if you wish to ask him a question. I think we do. Who do we have here? Garleans? Traitors to your homeland, have you no shame? I am Lucia Junius, a Temple Knight of Ishgard. And you are? Ulus Pir Norbanus. That's all you invaders will get from me. We are not here to invade Garlemald. Far from it. Like you, our allies in Eorzea and Far East fight in defense of their lives and their loved ones, even as we speak. But if the people of Garlemald who have suffered the most, it is the people of Garlemald. This we know, and this is why we have come to offer you our aid, that we may unite against our common foe. Whether you believe me or not, those are the facts. Now, answer me this. Why would a proud soldier of the Empire be reduced to stealing? The situation must be dire indeed for you to go to such lengths. If it's supplies you seek, we will gladly share ours, but turn a blind eye while you leave with your spoils. I will not negotiate. My commander will determine how to deal with you and yours. You wish to treat them with me, I will take you. No more than 3. Don't much like the sound of that, but if we do accept his proposal, suggest the 2 of us and... Please allow me and Alicia to act as envoys. May I ask why? We have seen with our own eyes the hardship that Galleons face, how their futures and lives hang in the balance. It's not the warmest invitation, but it's an opportunity to prove our intentions true. Maybe not a chance to make things right, but a chance to make them better. Going with. I can see that persuading you otherwise is false. We will proceed with care. A couple of children and what, a sellsword? Is this an insult? Not in the least. You will find that they are more than qualified to speak on our behalf. There are many dangers on the road ahead. I will lead them back. Ooh, he's a gunblader. You will be received as invited guests, so I urge you to observe proper social etiquette and conduct yourself. Your safe return takes precedence over all else. Remember this. Tancred in particular will be worried sick if you run too long. May the Fury watch over and keep you. Eulus, are you and the children ready? We'll explain the route once we are outside your camp. If anyone attempts to follow us, we will judge it in an act of hostility. We will not hesitate to take appropriate measures. I would expect nothing less. You have our full cooperation. Let's go! Oh, they're just back here. Alright, this is far enough. Listen carefully. We head over that hill and follow the road until we reach Liminal Station 4. Children in the lead, I want you where I can see you. We do have names, you know. I'm LSA and he's Alphano. And last not least, there's Vesu. Vesu. Where have I heard that? No matter, Alphano and LSA will watch the road ahead while we bring up the rear. I wasn't lying about where there being many dangers, so you're to run, not saunter. Run towards the station. You even think about going for your weapon, the deal's off. Should any creatures bar the way, we go around them. Ready to make a dash for the station? Let's go! Target is preoccupied, unable to react. Where are we? I'm not entirely sure where exactly we're aiming for. Huh. Those monsters look familiar. Can't say I know exactly where I see them from before though. This is it, the first stop that is. Good. Looks like your friends knew better than to follow us. Are these your headquarters? No, we're stopping here so I can check out for pursuers. It appears you've kept your side of the bargain, we can carry on. Dang! North of the station is Regio Domorum, one of the main residential areas. At least it was. The afflicted roam the streets of in packs. They'll tear us to shreds given a chance. Close and wandering off. Understood? Sounds like a zombie movie. From here, we'll be heading northeast, keeping to the left of the hallway. While the route itself is straightforward, getting past the hordes unseen is anything but. Keep your weapons at ready. They would attack their own countrymen? Aye, they spare their own but slaughter the rest without hesitation. Though we'll try to avoid detection, the chances of sneaking by completely unnoticed are slim at best. I will lead the way, but in the event we are seen, you fight them off. Those two will follow us, provided they can refrain from drawing their weapons. While I doubt they will be foolish enough to stab at a guide in the back, I will not take that chance. With that said, let us proceed. What the? Fight! Fighting the enemy. I see why your comrades chose you. Julius, our contingent has a cure for the afflicted, or tempered as we call them. But people will need to be taken into custody. We may administer the treatment, but they will eventually regain their sanity. That's so. For all I know, your treatment will simply force them to forsake one master for another. As far as I and my legion are concerned, they are no longer our people, beyond saving. Those who thought differently and tried to reason with them were butchered for their bleeding hearts. Come! Moving. Let's go! More fights. Hold on. Hold on. Getting sleepy. This might be my last quest for the night. Like after we're done this one, I'm gonna stop the stream. Looks like we're not being followed. We'll continue onward. More fights. I meant what I said. These people deserve only death. I stayed my hand before only out of desire to be recovered, and that is still the higher priority. You should continue to avoid any unnecessary. Keep following the railway. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, yeah. I don't know if you guys realized it, but I kind of fell asleep. It was a short bit, but I kind of fell asleep. Look what I've become now. You still stand there and claim that they can be cured. Those exposed to a vast quantity of primal's aether may suffer severe corruption. Even with treatment, such victims are beyond salvation. Then you admit it. Now that you have seen these monstrosities for yourself, perhaps you will think twice before cure. Hold on. There's a crystal for actually. Wait, what? Where's the crystal? Is it on the ground? Oh, it is. Like something underneath this freaking mountain or something. We're almost there. You have kept your side of the agreement. So I'll keep mine. This way. Dun, dun, dun. This is a Tertium, one of Garlemald's largest stations. It now serves as our headquarters. We already sent the twins ahead. I'll be with you soon, so wait for me at the bottom. Oh, look at this place. An underground train station? It's plain to see why they chose this place as their base of operations. They could have done a lot worse. Even so, I imagine it's not the easiest place to live. Indeed, if Julius was willing to make the perilous journey to Camp Broken Glass and search for food, their own supplies must be all but exhausted. They may be shielded from wind and snow, but it's still bitterly cold. Much like visitor spoil, it must be constant struggle to keep the people warm. Lower your voices. While you may be here as my guests, the other will not take kindly to your words. Commanders in the locomotive over there. Locomotive. 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 Wait. A tuning time. Ah, damn it. Can't attune to this. These are the chosen representatives. Very well, let us hear what they have to say. Paris? I present to you our commander, Lord Quintus Van Cinna, legatus of the First Legion. Okay, so not Varys. The first? I had no idea you had survived. We lost our emperor, our city, more than half our troops. For my wounds, I may never take the field again. We survived. It's in a manner of much to your liking, I dare say. You have no intention of ending your misfortunes, nor do we bear you any ill will. Spare me. Though you children may speak in earnest, overtures of peace have ever ring hollow in my ears. So long as it stands to profit from his neighbor's suffering, war is inevitable. Driven from our ancestral homeland into this blasted way, yet still you yearn to rob us of paltry scraps. It was only with Magitech that you learned to keep distance, though we knew it was only a matter of time before you regrouped and returned. Conquest and Emperor were our only defenses. Emperor Solus and Varys understood this, and though their campaign saw us grow and prosper, much blood has been spilled in Garlemald's name. But it is a choice between yours and mine, and that, then it is hardly a choice at all. If it is a choice. I do not deny that great and many conflicts throughout the history were driven by desire or necessity, gained by another's loss. That is not why we are here. Nor have we come to petition your aid in the war against with the Telophoroi. Grave though the threat may be, our purpose is simply this. We wish to help you. Let us help you. If there is aught that can be done to ease your plight, we will be glad to do it. Perhaps you would. But regardless of the ideals you espouse, your leaders would not send an army to Garlemald if they did not stand to benefit. We accept their aid, they will expect their efforts to be rewarded once the Telophoroi are no longer a threat. And after the compensation and concessions... Hey, Lin-chan! Konbanwa! The great empire will be brought to heel. Her enemies rejoice at her downfall. The third eye marked shame.
そんなことをし
You
よう
won't
とした
stand
ら
idly by and let
私は止める
let your people be humiliated.
他にも
And
異を
we're
唱え
not
る人
alone
がい
in
るは
that.
ずよ
We only want to make a
良い世
difference.
界を望む
To
心
make this world of ours
決して
better.
絶やせないものだから
Surely you can understand that.
って言えるのは
What I'm trying to say is
私が
there are
実際
so
にそう
many
いう人
people
た
who
ちと
just
出会
don't
ってき
care
たか
about
らなんで
making you
しょうね
suffer. And maybe that's
あなた
almost
にはそれごと
insulting
にしか
after
聞
all
こ
the
えないかも
suffering
し
you
れない
feel the world has subjected your people to. But
だから
believe it or not,
信じてとは
that's the
言わない
truth. And now we're here, and all we're
あなたが
asking
望
is
むか
for
ど
you
う
to
か
tell
だ
us
け
what you want,
聞かせてくだ
what
さ
you
い
hope for.
不幸を誰
So
かに
much
押し
blood
付
has
ける
been
のでは
shed,
なく
so much lost,
皆で乗り越
all
えようと
because
す
of
る
this
世界を
endless war.
模索
Who
してい
wouldn't
け
want
ない
it
でしょう
ended?
か。ガレアンの人
Can
々
we
と
not
我
work
々で
together to face
そん
our
な未来へ
problems
の
as
一歩を
one?
踏み出せはしないでしょうか。
悲しい momento. Answer me this, young peacemakers. In a world without conflict is your desire. If a world without conflict is your desire, why reject the unity and prosperity of Garlemald? Is it because we do not share your faith? That we do not share your heritage? That our ideals and virtues differ? That we cherish and hold in the highest that which you do not? Disparity is the root of discord, and peace built on compromise is flawed and fleeting. Happiness for one and all is a dream, and the reality is that to the victor goes the spoil. That is why we Guardians will never submit nor surrender. For freedom and for pride, we will remain true to ourselves until the bitter end. That I hope. Seems there's nothing more to say on the matter. You will remain here while I decide what is to be done with you. Do not be alarmed. No harm will come to you if you cooperate. We will not resist. However, as your guests, I ask that we be allowed to speak with the other members of your group. As you wish. I had no intention of locking you up, as by dawn you will be frozen stiff, and you are no good to me dead. You are free to move about encampment. There is one condition. Collar them. Collar them? What are these? Incentive. You will be watched at all times. Stray too far or act suspiciously and we will administer a rather painful shock. So, keep away from that one. The champion of Eorzea is not easily cowed. Eorzea's champion. Yeah, what?
お前たちではそれ自身は封じられまい。妙な動きをするようであれば、双子の装置を作動させろ。
Even if he allowed himself to be collared, shock would be no more than an inch. If he refuses to obey, we will activate the twins' restraint instead.
私たちなら
You
大
needn't
丈夫
worry
だ
about this.
こんなの忘れ
We'll
ちゃうか
forget
ら
we're even
み
wearing
んな
them
と
soon
楽
enough.
しく話しましょう
Okay.
Now
Even now, you still.
何がお
Why
前
go
た
to
ちを
such
そこまで
lengths?
駆り立てる
What's it all? What is it all for? Bit of a one-day series. Get the warmth of it. I like that answer. Or chiffon. You are a curious one. A far cry from the merciless barbarian others paint you to. Merciless barbarian? You will be their warden. Take them away. Hey, quest complete. Alright, and with that, I think I'm gonna end the stream here. We got our quest completed. I'm just gonna check one thing. Still level 82 quests, but I think this should be either the last one or the second to last level 82 quest, but we can continue that some other time. So I'm gonna end the stream here and probably take a nap or something. I feel a bit sleepy because too much reading. Thank you so much everyone for coming. I hope you had a good time watching me play Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. I will be continuing on the MSQ here on stream on YouTube. It will all be available in the playlists, my FF14 Endwalker playlist. I want to have the MSQ totally archived, and that's why I'm going to be playing it on stream every time I play. Even if it's not scheduled, I will just start stream and stream the game. Like today, this one is actually not scheduled. I decided to play it to show, to play it right now while taking a break from work. Just have the MSQ on stream. Thank you, Lapu, for hanging out, and I hope you all stay good, stay healthy, and don't forget to hydrate whenever you can. And of course, you always enjoy the future, citizens. Till next time, everybody. See you around. Otsu Justice! Bye-bye, everyone.